car in the morning. You bought it.
Yeah, there's some risk there. There's that counterbalance. Weight got out of place.
Call to order, January 18th meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the Borough Council Chambers. At this time, we'll have public appeals. If you would like to make appeal, please sign in with your name and address and state your name and address. Hearing none, move on to community minute. Anybody have a community minute? No community minute. Special presentations, there are none on our agenda. Reading of the minutes, January 4th of 2016. Is there a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes? Moved by Councilman Barrett. Second. Councilman Dufresne. Discussion. All those in favor? Passes 7-0. Any additions to the January 4th, 2016 minutes or corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve? Councilman Barrett, second. Councilman Anders. Any corrections or additions? I should have done it that way. Hearing none. All those in favor? Passes 7 ayes. Decisions on bids. We have none. Communications. We have a letter from Bob Boehner. It has, Emmaus Borough Council, it has been my pleasure to serve on the Emmaus Arts Commission from its start. For 3 consecutive terms, I have watched the commission grow thanks to a small group of dedicated creative workers or volunteers into an established integral part of the Emmaus community. After much thought, I have decided not to continue with another term on the Arts Commission. I know that I am leaving the commission in good hands, and I wish everyone much continued success in the future. Again, thank you for all your support. Borough Council has, or all the support Borough Council has given the Arts Commission over the years. Sincerely, Bob Boehner. Is there a motion to accept his resignation?
Yeah, that's fine.
Councilman Barrett, second. Councilman Schutza.
Because this doesn't make sense.
All those in favor?
Discussion?
Or do you have discussion? Discussion?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, if we could just, obviously, I know we're going to send a thank you, but was Bob part of the founding, I mean, of the
Original,
group? I mean,
yes.
he's been on the entire time.
He was on the original.
He's obviously been an integral part of that group.
Yes.
From me personally, just to thank you for, I mean, that group's one of our best commissions as far as the things they get done, creative ideas, they certainly stand out. So
I wonder if he'll continue with the Christmas cards.
I hope so, because they're beautiful.
Yeah. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Oh, can we make the motion? You didn't need
I made
to.
A motion with
Yeah,
Barrett.
you didn't really need to vote on this. So it's Wes and then who?
Chris.
Oh, because he's not resigning.
No,
It's
his
just-
term is expiring.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, you voted. That's fine.
Send him a nice thank you.
It does say.
Okay, so then this is the same situation. We have a resignation from a, how do you pronounce the first name?
Lisa.
Lisa Gross.
Lisa Gross.
Uh,
You have to vote on this one.
Hi Shane, I have attached my letter of resignation from the Emmaus and Upper Milford Joint Environmental Advisory Council. While I was hoping my new position would allow me the time to stay actively involved in the EAC, I am finding that I have too many evening engagements and other commitments that prevent me from being an active member of the EAC. I have been an active member for nearly 10 years, and I have always stated that I would remain on the EAC only if I can contribute in a meaningful way. I regret that the time has come to step aside and allow for others in the community to continue the important work that we've been doing. I have greatly enjoyed working with the borough and township, and especially the EAC members over the years. And thank you for the opportunity to be an active community member. If you have any questions or wish to discuss, please let me know. Thank you, Liesel. This is a resignation because it's before the term expired. So is there a motion to accept the resignation? Councilman Barrett, second. Councilman Schupsta, discussion. Councilman
I'll
Barrett?
just say, I mean, another person that has certainly put a lot of time and effort in. I've worked with her on the Earth Day event, and she's one of those people that just knows how to get it done, and she will definitely be missed from this group.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Passes 7 ayes.
Just keep coming.
We received a letter from a Jesse O'Donnell.
It's already been voted on, but.
I attended the EAC meeting last night to help coordinate efforts for the Earth Day event. It was mentioned that Liesl Gross has resigned, leaving an opening for the Emmaus Borough member. I would like to submit my name to fill that position. I am Jesse O'Donnell, Emmaus resident at 1312 Pennsylvania Avenue. I have a degree in landscape design from Temple University and worked for many years at Emmaus High School and Lehigh Valley Honda. I currently work for Upper Milford Township. Please contact me if there is any other information you may need. Sincerely, Jesse O'Donnell. Send this to GA for Wednesday.
I think it goes to Mr. Schustis.
Okay, we'll send it to
Health and
Councilman
sanitation.
Okay. See if you can set up an interview with her.
Yeah, maybe, Kathy left a note on here. See if we want to set up an interview for Thursday. So
Okay.
I'll send her an email.
We received a letter from a Kathleen Prindable.
Yep.
As you know, my term expires on February 7th, 2016, and would like to inform you that I will be stepping down from my position on the Arts Commission. While it was a wonderful experience and I have enjoyed working with such a wonderful team, I have other commitments that are preventing me from giving 100% to the Arts Commission. Thank you again for the wonderful experience. Sincerely, Kathleen Prindable. Her term is expiring, so we do not need to take action. But we do need to advertise for a position to fill. In our packet also, we received a letter from the Kiwanis Club of Emmaus. Dear committee members, the Kiwanis Club of Emmaus requests authority to use the outfield of the Legion Baseball Field at Community Park for the annual Easter egg hunt. This is something that is a yearly event. Is this something that the Parks and Rec Committee would like to handle, or would you like to give it to staff?
I think it goes
Goes
to
to
staff.
Okay, so that will go to staff.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else have any other letters of communication? Actually, we did receive an email from an Amy Huber thanking us for the speed limit change on the main thoroughfare in Emmaus here, and she was very appreciative, so I just wanted to bring that up also.
I just wanted to put a note out there. If you come from State Avenue as you come up, and the speed board is there right now,
Yes.
and you actually make the adjustment to the appropriate speed, you really do feel how profoundly
It's slow.
different 25 miles an hour
It's slow.
is compared to 35. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's notable. I was actually surprised at how much it felt. You could kind of feel yourself pull back. Whoa, we've really slowed down. So I would think that would be a benefit to the community.
I would piggyback that and be interested to see the data from the board, because I have noticed some motorists who are just still adjusting to it, and I realize there's an adjustment period, but there are, as it comes down into there, as you said, and they're just hitting the new signs, I think there's some adjustment time, and
Yeah.
the board, I think, is going to really show it with the data.
It will. Any other comments on the speed limit change? All right. And any other communications? All right, moving on to Borough Engineers Report. I see none. Solicitors Report.
Mr. President, just very briefly, this gives you some idea of the contract agreements between the city and Emmaus. I'm partway through it and slugging away, finding some very interesting things. So I should have a memo to you within the next week with our options.
When you say interesting things, in our favor?
LCA.
Most are in our favor,
Okay,
yes. Not
we'll go with
all,
that.
but most.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
Unfinished business part 1, we have none. New business. Councilwoman Gilbert, you want to handle this under your budget or your committee report, or you want to do it now?
We can handle it now.
Okay. Is there a motion to read in short title? Councilman Barrett, seconded by Councilwoman Gilbert. All those in favor? 7 ayes. An ordinance repealing section 351 through 356 of chapter 1 of the codified ordinances involving the Civil Service Commission rules and regulations and adopting amended rules and regulations. Ordinance number 1136. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 1136? Councilwoman Gilbert, second. Councilman Brown. Discussion. Roll call.
Could I make a comment, Mr. President?
You sure can.
I already talked to Shane about it. I realize it's first reading. There's a couple minor changes on page 11, which is where the key is. It should say D, meet the following educational requirements. And then it says a high school diploma or graduate equivalency degree, semicolon, and then 2, agree to obtain successful completion of all requirements. Because remember, this is the first stage of the application process. And so they're going to have to agree to say that they will get it. Because if you put it the way it is now, it doesn't make any sense.
But the intent is that they must already have it before they're eligible to apply.
I get what he's saying.
No.
Because it's in the all applicants,
It's
it's in the all applicants section.
Right.
Okay.
It's in the applicant section, so Shane and I will work it out for you. It'll,
For second reading?
before
Same
second reading.
thing, just
He'll take care of it. I've
couple
already talked to him.
adjectives and adverbs.
But I just want to point it out, well, yes, but we'll take care of it.
I just want to make sure that it's clear that you have to be Act 120 in order to apply, that's all.
Yes, that is clear.
I just want that clear.
I should point out that Salisbury is wrestling with loosening that because they are Act 120 and they had, at the last time they tested, they just finished, they had 1 successful applicant.
Well, with what we've had,
That's
Yeah,
probably
well,
we need to
that's-
try
yeah,
and
that's about what
change,
we
we
had
need
here,
to change something, so
Oh, I
we'll
know
try
you
this
do.
route first.
Let's hope that this helps.
All right, roll call vote. Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Schubsta.
Aye.
Councilman Anders.
Aye.
Councilman Barrett.
Aye.
Councilman Dufresne.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gilbert.
Aye.
Councilman Brent. Aye. Oh, I went first name, didn't I? Ordinance 1136 passes with 7 ayes. Unfinished business part 2. We have nothing. Items not on the agenda, subject to Rule 9. No items. Mayor's report.
I just want to say, I received a few phone calls too with the speed limit, and people in church were talking to me, and they're happy to see that. Progress.
Thank you. Committee reports. Public Works Committee, Chairman Brown.
Nothing to report since we haven't had a meeting. Our first meeting is February 8th here at Council Chambers at 3 p.m. Progress.
Health, Sanitation, and Codes Committee, Chairman Schubsta.
We have 2 items on the agenda this evening. For the first one, how do you want me to handle the resolution? Is that a roll call vote for us? No?
No, that's just a motion.
Okay. All right, so first item up, we have a resolution, 2016-4. The resolution is for, I think this came up before, right? The subdividing the land, right, on 217, right?
Yes, so you've discussed it before.
Yep.
It went to the planning commission, then it had to go to
Yeah,
the
before
zoning.
budget season.
It had to go to the zoning hearing board.
Yep.
They've gotten all their approvals through both, so now it's back to council for final approval
approval.
consideration.
Yeah, and I saw there was no objections or anything during their meeting, and that they had approved all of the changes to the resolution. So with that said, I mean, should I read the resolution fully? Like
You can just read the top part,
and
yeah.
do a motion? Okay. Borough of Emmaus, Lehigh County Resolution number 2016-4, a resolution conditionally approving the preliminary/final subdivision plan of Daniel Hendricks, 217 Main Street, Emmaus, Pennsylvania, 18049, and I'll put that into the form of a motion.
Motion made by Councilman Schubsta, second. Councilwoman Gilbert, discussion?
Can I make one comment for the board?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. You have to be aware that you cannot conditionally approve under Saldo a plan that has a zoning problem. You have to wait till the zoning problem is resolved, and that is what happened here. The zoning problem is resolved, it is now back. You can conditionally approve things that are not in conformance with Saldo, or you can give waivers, but you can't do it with zoning. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Motion passes, 7 ayes.
Before you leave this
Do we have to
evening,
sign that?
everyone on council needs to sign this resolution, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the second item that we have is something that was brought up to us during budget season also, was the Lehigh Gap Nature Center. They had a grant application was approved. The award that they're looking for assistance from the borough is a funding request of $500. We would be funding $1,500, correct, Shane? And then we would be getting reimbursed $1,000 from the grant that they received.
Correct.
What they're looking to do with the $500, they'll use that for their annual Earth Day and some plans for some recycling vendors to provide various services to the borough. You'll notice that what they're planning to do, which I think is great, is in the documentation that they gave us, the best part about the documentation is the photography that's on the last 2 pages, because you get a pretty clear idea of what that area looks like near the library, where they're planning to clean it all up. It looks pretty bad. But it has no effect. I know when they came to us a couple months ago, Shane, we sent them down to the library meeting to discuss their plans first before and see if they had any effect on the library's expansion. And it doesn't have anything to do with what they're doing down there. Yep. So I think it's a great project. You know, we're looking to, they're looking to us to help them fund the project, and they gave us a nice little budget breakdown. I think it was right in here where the budget was broken down into $800 for plants, materials such as soil and rail and fencing, and herbicide. So it was a $1,500 cost. And I would like to see us help them out, and I'll put that in the form of a motion that we grant them $1,500 for their proposed request.
Motion made by Councilman Schubsta, second. Councilwoman Gilbert, discussion? It was discussed that this will come to $500, well, the $1,500 will come from the civil events?
Civic event
Celebrations, and
Yep.
and the $1,000 is a reimbursement, so.
Yep.
All, yes,
This is for both phases or just phase one? So I see phase one and phase two in the photos. I was just curious, is it for both?
No, I think,
Or is it phase two will be something down the line that there'll be?
yeah, phase one is only near the library, it's for that
Okay.
one. Yep,
Okay.
yeah, phase two is down near the fields here.
Correct.
Yep, yeah, that one's the second one that they're gonna go further.
Okay.
any other discussion? All those in favor? Motion passes, 7 ayes.
Great. And the only other thing is we have a meeting scheduled for this Thursday at 3:45 in council chambers, and I will discuss with Kathy about setting up an interview with Jesse O'Donnell, and I'll report progress.
Parks and Recreation Committee, Chairman Anders.
Yes, we have nothing for official action. However, I did want to discuss myself, Shane, and
JD.
What's that?
John DeShella.
Yeah, John Dyshella. I blanked on John's name. Sorry, John. We met with the Emmaus High School sports department in regards to baseball being played at Community Park this year. We had some very good discussions. We're going to look at it in committee and then go from there. But it is on the table. There are some very good options. We're very excited to hopefully have them play their 2016 season here at the Community Park Field.
Nice.
And with that, I'll report progress.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee Chairwoman Gilbert.
Thank you. We have a meeting scheduled for Wednesday at 3 o'clock. We have a couple items on our agenda from last year that we need to start working on and finishing up on. One would be Seven Generations and their bus parking issue. The other is a request for a pedestrian crossing sign that we received at Cedar Crest and North. A parent that lives back where the bakery used to be requested a pedestrian crossing sign. I don't know if that'll happen, but we have to talk about that. And we have to make changes to the ordinance covering Chestnut Street. So we'll be talking about that, and we'll be bringing that forward from the committee. Other than that, progress.
Thank you. General Administration Committee Chairman Barrett.
We'll be meeting on Wednesday, the 20th at 9 a.m. Progress.
Thank you. Budget and Finance Committee Chairman Ladenburg. We have the bill list in front of us, Resolution 2016-3. Resolved by Borough Council to authorize payment of the January 18, 2016 bill list as follows. Bill list, $315,097.33. Payroll number 1, $112,605.20. Payroll taxes, $38,329.41, for a total of $466,031.94, done this 18th of January 16th, 2016. Is there a motion to approve the bill list?
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Gilbert, second. Councilman Anders, discussion. All those in favor? Motion passes 7 ayes. Report progress. Community Relations Planning and Development Committee Chairman Dufresne.
No action at this time. Our next meeting will be February 11th at 4 o'clock. Progress.
Thank you. Personal Appeals Part 2. Anybody have a personal appeal? Borough Manager's Report.
Couple items. First of all, Thursday evening I attended, and Councilman Brown was also in attendance, and I think Mr. Groller was in attendance from the Planning Commission, as well as several other Planning Commission members. We attended the Southwest Lehigh Comprehensive Plan Roundtable. There's some good information coming out of that. You're going to receive an invitation for a meeting probably in February or March that will occur in our building for us to talk about their findings and get council's input and the Planning Commission's input. It's important that that plan is accurate when we develop it, because that plan is something that if it's done right, you can use as a very, very important tool in future planning and grant applications and other things. So we attended that. Second thing is, I know some of you are asking questions about your iPads and the iLegislate, and we'll get there. We're still going through the training on our end, so don't be in too much of a rush to try to figure out what's going on. Don't put your credit card information in there. Have all of you? I know we had some login issues. We took care of yours. Roy, did you?
I did.
Your
yes.
login issues taken care of. Everybody else has been able to log in.
I haven't started yet.
Yeah, Mayor, you and I will discuss how you want to handle things. Okay.
The old-fashioned way.
I figured that. That's why I figured we'd discuss.
Too old to learn that.
I'm with you, Winnie.
I was already banking on that.
You
Was
know me
probably
good
the
enough by now,
response.
don't you?
The last thing is your yellow budget books that you normally get. You will be getting that again. Probably early next week. Kathy's working on it right now. Now that all the numbers are finalized, all the bank recs are done. So you will be seeing those in the next week. Other than that, significant revenue and expense items are in your binder. If you have any questions on that.
Shane, just one question. I did notice the water bills coming out. Are we live then if they want to pay by credit card? I know we were working on
Not
that.
this quarter.
Okay.
We have our training Our in-house training, I want to say is the 25th of this month. We have everything set up with all the
Right.
credit card companies. In the spring newsletter, we'll be doing the release. We'll probably make the go live for like marketing it, probably like a June or July 1st, although we'll start accepting ahead of time, but that way we don't have 4,000 people at the same time trying to
I think the
bombard
trash
us.
bills also came, if I recall.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to pay via your normal method, unless you wanna wait until July and pay the extra fee. It's up to you.
No, we
We'll
pay
take that
early.
too.
We pay early.
But
You could pay mine.
we're just about there. We have everything
You tell it.
everything ready to go. The Granicus, we have the server ready, up and ready. They actually gave us the new server. We had to download everything, and so we're ready to roll there.
Awesome, progress being
Alright.
made.
Any other questions? All right, progress.
I have nothing under president's business. Motion to adjourn. Councilman Barrett, second. Councilman Anders, discussion. All those in favor? 7 ayes. Meeting adjourned at 7:27.
Almost made a record. Almost.
Yeah, Shane would have been winded with me.